What's up, everybody? Patrick from fictivefun.com here. This is my answer to day 14 of RPG a Day 2018. The question asks to describe a failure that became amazing. And I believe that Powered by the Apocalypse, that's hard to say, Powered by the Apocalypse games are the way the rule structure is and the dice rolls, really push for, having a fail forward mechanical system. With the partial successes, there's a complication on a partial success. Yeah, your character succeeds in doing what they tried to do, but there's a complication, and that continuously moves the story forward. And it's just a great design from Vincent Baker on that with Apocalypse World originally. But I'm just going to give a couple examples of failures that became amazing. Most recently, actually, this past Sunday, I was playing in a game of Dungeon World, and my character was an elementalist, could control fire and wind. Well, another character had the idea of throwing oil all over. We were fighting a necromancer, so trying to throw oil all over the associates of this necromancer, and then have me pull some flame and set it on fire. Well, that character failed their roll, and instead of dousing the associates of the necromancer in oil, he ended up dousing pretty much the entire party with oil, with the exception of one character. And the GM gave me a choice of whether to, injure myself and put the whole party in danger by calling in the flames, or to not do it at all. And I took it upon myself. I was like, screw it, let's set this place on fire. So we ended up setting the whole scene on fire, with a big inferno of burning oil everywhere, burning everybody, the characters, the NPCs, the enemies. But it wouldn't have happened had that character not failed and spilled oil all over the place. So yeah, it turned out to be a really good fight scene. Fighting a necromancer in burning pitch, basically. Another example came from a game of Dungeon World from a while back. This one was run by Jason Cordova, and it was one where we had to protect a castle or a keep that was being assaulted, or was under siege by a vampire army. The failure in that game wasn't a specific role. It was that we failed to keep the vampires out of the keep, and so they ended up overrunning the keep. And the GM had us describe what happened inside the keep after it began to get overrun with vampires, and each of the players kind of gave a little epilogue talking about what it looked like inside this keep being overrun by an army of vampires. And that was pretty cool because everybody had their own little touches on it, and some of it was kind of horrific and some of it was kind of heartbreaking, but it was really fun. And it turned out to be great, even though we failed. As characters, we weren't heroic. We tried to be heroic, but in the end we wouldn't look like heroes because we failed at our duty of keeping the vampires out of the keep. A lot of people died because of it, but it was a great failure. It turned out to be amazing. So yeah, there's just two examples of games I had where failures were really something. Yeah, I'll cut it off right there. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate anybody that leaves comments on these videos. This is Patrick, fictivefun.com. Y'all have a good one.